Oh, excuse me as I stretch on this beautiful snow day. So yeah, this funky little groove comes from a song that I heard on the radio, and I just liked it. So I did my best to recreate it. A simple kind of 4-on-the-floor, right? But I think it was that initial clap that I heard that I was like, ooh, why don't I start mine on a clap? I don't usually do that. So here's the beauty, and then I just duplicate it over to a disco drum kit that I really am fond of, and layer those two. And that's how I started off this groove. I have not added any swing to it, but that's not a bad idea right now. So let's go grab some swing, 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 swing. And of course, my favorite is the 53% at the for the MPC 8. I'm gonna commit that, and then I'm gonna do it over here. All right, now I got that super swing, super swing, 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 super swing, 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 swing. All right, now there was this nice thing in here. If we want to drop that in there, okay. That's where it goes, right about there. So probably right there above the kick. So just a timing thing. Right? Good, it's not on the same choke group. Alright, so it doesn't have a huge impact. That clap is really staggering itself, isn't it? Nothing I can really do about that. Let me make sure, crop that clip. I don't need that extra. I got that extra going on here. Crop that clip from what I filmed it. Yeah, it's that come over, turn around to the second claps. These double claps. It really delayed that clap quite a bit. Look. Wow. That's how far back that 53 swing is. But hey, I'm going to live with it in the time being. I can always correct it later. Now that we're living with that decision, let's move on. Let's go create something in a mid section of this track. You know what I mean? I bet you I can keep this disco vibe going, huh? So we will. Again, I'm really liking synth instruments. I haven't played too much with it yet, but we're gonna start playing with it today. That's for sure. Okay, first and foremost, take care of all those warnings. No big deal. Let's rename this. In, take the monitoring off. Let's go into a scale that we like. Oops, I hit the microphone, excuse me. Now I could freestyle my piano, or I could go into a more structured tool like Scalar and feed it a set of chords that I want to hear, right? Disco, sure. You know what? Let's back up. Yes, right about here, this setting here. I'm just gonna go into Scalar, guys, and I'm gonna go find me a disco. Like, let's do some power, right? It's A flat major. But I really like to hear it in D flat Lydian. That's what we'll pretend we're in. And then now as long as I'm tied, let me see here, this guy sends here, so alright, here we go. Alright, that last one should be off. But anyway, let's see what we captured. I like the freestyle. And now look what we got. We got some funky shit. That's not what I asked for on a snow day. But I'll take it. No, I really don't want to take it. That's upsetting that it really only captured that much of my my playing. So whatever I did, I don't know, but I can memorize it, right? Let's try again. There we go. There we go. That's what we want. Now let's make sure we capture that whole thing. All right, so there it is. And look at that. That mess was already in there. Oh, that one works out in there. That's not feeling too right. That's not feeling too special. I might just leave him off and drag that all the way out, right? Then I have to like something above it. Alright. Power of that's pretty cool. Let's go ahead and get that slow recorded in MIDI. Those belong in there. You can hear it. I should have just knew is the changeover right about there. So. Okay, that's one changeover, right? That's one idea. All right, we'll come around to funk with that in a minute. Let's keep funking around and see what we can create that's in a really good, happy mood today. Because it's a snow day. It's a snow day. What you gonna do on a snow day? Maybe I'm gonna put on my boots and dance. No, I'm not gonna put on some boots and dance in the snow. Not today, but it is beautiful from my window. Alright, let's just get some separation here. What else am I gonna put in here, right? I like this other new instrument I've been playing with called Surge. It's free VST. Loads of sound banks. Holy camoles, lots of stuff like F-O-N-K. Why is there a funk? Now, what I have to do is remember I said I want to be an F-flat Lydian. So what I normally do is I go up here, rename, F-flat. Alright, that's what came out. Now back on my high mains. Let's go back into our push. Let's go to A flat, Lydian mode. For the quick, easy peasy, lemony squeezy, staying in key playing. But I like it. I like it. I don't like it and I like it. Alright, so what it is I can't hear it because of the mids being so high. So maybe right now I'm just going to take the mids down. it's that off note that feels so really good though. Why not just leave it there for a second? Struggle, struggle, put it back on, put it back on. Okay, it's a little late there. Oh, actually, that's working out pretty good. So, am I early and I'm not swinging on the other note? That might be what's happening. Yeah, that's too robotic. Beautiful, beautiful. That was just a delay, seeing what the delay would do. Reverb it. We're gonna do this. All right, and one of my favorite tricks to do is, now that I've played that slow, let's double time it. Alright, so that's the only thing, is that can't commit there. In fact, we're gonna give this thing some airy air. Alright, so that's it at 2-3. Don't worry, I'm just doing math in my head. It's at a 2-3, it needs to be 8 bars. So why don't we come in at the 4-3 and then okay, there we go. I want this at the 2-4. If I remember, it's at the 2-4. Okay, and then make this 8. So now I can go to the 4-4, but I really want that at 3-4. Paste it there. Take this at the 4-4, cut it, and paste it at the 7-4. Alright, and oops. Yep, that should be all I need. One more time there, for good measure, and then last time to go. don't think we really like this funk too much. We're not married to it, you know. What about ombre? What up, ombre? Ooh, ombre. You're weird, bro. I like that. What about hugeness? That's classic. Yep. So maybe I need more movement somewhere still down in here, like. I'm trying to hear it in my head. Here we go. Da, 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 I like that. That's a good polyrhythm. So literally what I just did was I could hear that I could make it bounce better if I just had like something right there. Let me see. So what it is, I think I still have to swing this bad boy where he's supposed to be. Let's see. It should be on the 1, 2, 2, 2, 2. Nope, my bad. Yeah. I almost don't need that, but I'm going to. Maybe there's a little bit more bounce I can do. What else can I write in there? Let's see. Alright, maybe what I want to do is with these. Is I want to come up to it. Alright, so I can use that note and not the black note right below it. So that's gotta go there. And then, so maybe that'll sound still off. Let me just play it from here. Nope, alright. Alright, we're making some kind of disco. Not that I intended to do that. I guess I did though, huh? Now I almost want to double everything now. I almost want to hear this go very, very fast at first. Like, I want to hear it do something like this. Nope. Interesting what you have to duplicate to get it right up on itself. There it is. Maybe you could see what I was thinking? I don't know. Alright, so right there, I just don't think that note would be needed. Yep, and we're going to use that again, because that is such a beautiful little phrase. Alright, that's just some counter melody in there, right? You know what I mean? Alright, I don't know what else to play, but I'm gonna figure it out. Let's keep going first with manifestations of making this clean. EQ8 it. Let's go handle that on the push. Sometimes it's just easy to do it there. Why am I at a loss? There we go. Alright, so let's bring the 1 all the way in. That's 2 different instruments depending on how I EQ it, huh? Okay, so now somebody else is screaming, more mids! And I'm going, yeah, maybe. Instruments. Let's stick to the simple stuff we have. You know, I don't know what this analog jaw is. It's a drum beat. Okay, never mind. Only thing I have not used if I'm still mixing it up is a little Nexus, right? Okay, I'll go get a new version. Thank you. What is in my AeroPad pads? Interesting enough, you can't hear it because it's still so... Okay, you know what? I'm using it in the wrong area. If I want it in the mixture, I gotta have it up there. So put that back. Something like that, right? Okay. I'm not even gonna drop to that note. It just doesn't need to sit in the mix. Delete all that. Alright, so here's an idea. sometimes I don't know if the first idea is going to work great, so I will take what I started with my drums when I'm not really like vibing with my track myself, like boom, and I'll just, let's do these again. Instruments I don't mind so much. It's something about the maybe the chord progression I chose. Now I think I'm making something a little more progressive. Everything on the beat, unquantized still though. Yeah, for some reason I like that swing better that I just chose for that instrument already. A lot of times that's how my beats will be made up. I like the instruments I choose, but I just won't like the progression I choose or whatever the vibe is I choose, and I'll switch it up on the next scene. And then I'm just gonna delete that old crap so I can get it out of my head. Maybe or maybe I'll use it for a change up in the song itself that I'm gonna create here. But I like this way better, don't you? I don't know, something about it just feels way better already. Bounce is just way cooler than those funky notes I was playing. But let's see, maybe those open chords I laid in there still work. I don't know. If not, I won't even worry about it. Yeah, this is more of a bounce. And I don't care what I played earlier. I really don't. I don't really care what I played earlier. Except for that part. This part here, I don't think I cared about. This part is pretty cool. Alright, so I'm going to leave that. I'm going to pull this, push that, kind of leave that. Let's go change its color. Now I know it's an oddball. Alright. There's that bad note. I heard it. Yeah, that's about all I wanted is to fill. Something's just saying keep that little bit sectiony, that little bitty section of riff I made here. I just want to get it out of my way, like out of sight, out of mind in a way. So I'm just gonna put it over there, over there. Okay, out of sight, out of mind. Now I pretend like I don't have it. And I can still get funkier than this. Let's go. Funk that flex beat, funk that flex it now, and flex it now, this is flex it now, so like this in. Alright, let's go ahead and get this thing compressed. Actually, in the meantime, let's see what my 808 kit can do for me. I'll have to tune this, but let's try it. No need, don't really hear my 808 yet, so let's see. Let's go ahead and glue compress with the double glue. One side chain to open drum kit, and we'll kick the kick drum there. Where's that kick? Right there. Alright, we'll do it kick. I'll get a little bit of movement right there. That's all I need to see. Alright, and then for this one, I'll go back to the sample drum, which just has another set of drums on it, disco drums, and we're going to get the clap from there, post effects. Alright, they're doing what they're supposed to do. Very subtle in the mix though, you know, not so heavy like you might have seen me do in my last videos. Because I'm just mixing a different style here, so now. Could have sworn I already EQ'd this channel, but I did not. For the glue compressor. Like a little shelf on it, nothing too crazy. Nyap, 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 nyap. All right. maybe drag that note. Long note doesn't feel right, does it? In the meantime, leave that alone. Just letting my brain wander. I don't know what I'm gonna put in here next. Sometimes it's good to look through my sound banks and then see what stops me. So now what I've done is I've added a conga to a simpler instrument in my mains, because maybe I just want to play the conga up in the scale that I'm in. Not really. Not really. And you know what? I've EQ'd mids main. Oh, so I'll never hear those instruments. I'd have to go get something midi, right in the middle. Like a boof. Okay, so this just, if I want to stack in my mid range, let me go get a wavetable and drop some of that wavetableness into the mix. Now that's what I want to do. So now it came to me like, this is the opposite of what I normally do. Well, not really. I'll do it either way. Oops. Let me slow this whole thing down. So now it's because it's on a swing. I gotta go. So let me just see, keep playing around with that idea. Okay, since I have a whole new set, I'm gonna quantize it. And I see that these things just don't want to get on. So I'm gonna put them on. Somebody's gotta put them on. It's a way of life. Boom, all right. I like that way better than that crazy other swing I had. You know it. No. As far as vibes are concerned, I like this vibe way better than what I started out with, don't you? So yeah, some Safe and Sound Sunday sounds. Let's go produce this thing out. Let's go have a little fun with it. All right, maybe I should just break it out real quick. Let's see here. Got the whole thing in our hands. Let's do that. That's my 3-part thing that I usually do. And then let's see what we can eliminate by law of beautifulness. Actually, what am I doing? Let's solo. Nope, this one. Nope. I think you all want to hear this one. Oops. Okay, so we're gonna do one of these. Alright, so we're gonna automate this, show automation, and we're going to turn off the mixer on this channel, on this intro. And then we're also going to do the same thing. I'm going to show automation on this channel. I'm going to turn off the mixer, right? Because we can keep the compression there. And then let's see. All right, since I don't really have a third part in my head yet, I'm going to just delete that because that's really all I need. All right, let's go. So stop it, get back over here, record. Just gotta remember to come in the extra half a bar early, right? Alrighty. Now that we've got it like in there on this side, the printing, I could have just dragged and dropped. There's so many ways to use Ableton. It's like a Swiss Army knife, but let's see here. We did this, so then boom, and I just want to loop these sections, make sure I got a good loop. But sometimes it'll be off by like a little itsy piece, which I don't see now. So it looks like I'm in the clear. Yeah. All right, so these stabs, I'm going to figure out a way to pump them because they're not pumping, you know what I mean? I haven't really played with Surge, and I don't really know its interface. Let's see, does this thing scale? Yes, it does, beautifully. Alright, what do we want to do here? I know that's an EQ section. Let's see. Effects chain, actually. Change some of this stuff here. Did I go too much? Alright, and I know what to do now. So now that you know you got something sounding feeling good, right? And you know it should have built up right about there, right? Right? I'm going to go ahead and duplicate this instrument. But now I'm going to, instead of using this surge, go back over to the trusty wavetable. This time I'm going to use a preset, and I'm going to go with something more melody, something percussion-y but on the top, fizzy bells. Right, so we'll just layer those in top for that second pass through. All right, so let's go ahead and give that another color. Happens all the time. I'm sure in Ableton 11 they fixed a lot of this coloring stuff, but it helps. Okay, what you gonna do now? There has to be another buildup right here. Like there's something that comes right in that space there, that gap. I gotta fill in that gap. That's what my music ear is telling me, and that's kind of how I build stuff. So instead of subtracting right now, I'm definitely just trying to add. Alright, so somewhere in the main high, no, because that's gonna canceled out in there, and then that's already EQ'd in there. So I try to do this to constrain myself in the EQing situation. Like, I want you to sit here in the mix, so I'll bust you to something that's already EQ'd called the highs area, right? Now, if that starts to get confusing and I mess up and I need something to really stand out, I'll just break it out of this highest channel, you know, and EQ it on its own. But right now, this is working for me as a good little templated idea. But what I'm looking at was this here. So, right? Even though that fills that gap, it's just not doing the progression. Oh, I know why. I know why. We'll raise the octave here, right? Okay. So now that's a different story. Alright, let's let it come around. And what are we gonna hear with this sound? Makes you feel very champion-esque a little bit. Subdued champion. You're in a subdued championship mode, maybe. You know what I mean? I love snow days. I know what you do here. From the top. And actually, I've got to undo that. I got to undo all that. Because I can't do what I just did. I have to be careful. Maybe I can see that this automation should copy over. If I'm going to mute drums, I have to be very, very careful. Yep. Because I want them to pump still. Alright, good. So that's all I had to do. Got that automation to copy over. There's automation there, turning the channels off right here. You can see it right there. So I can make the drop happen earlier by just pulling the one that is not off in the automation here. And let's see. Nope, didn't work. So that was pointless. Just undo that. I'll have to go draw in the automation. So I go show automation, you know what I mean? And now that we have it there, you pull it back. Pull it a little back. Let's turn off the automation. Oh crap, forget how to do it. No. Isn't that sad? Oh, there it is. Yep, you just hit that. Okay, and then you can get that to go away. Yes, because sometimes you don't want those automation lanes. They are a lot of stuff to look at all at once sometimes when you're just trying to stay creative, not mixing really yet, you know? But right now, I know there's more layering that can go into this bad boy, and I want to just let my vibes fill it out, but I might get hungry here. Because I did start this before breakfast. So I'm going to make those things roll. It should roll a little bit, you know? Now we're going to do this. more time like that. Hey, 1 + 1 = 0 times 0. Arr, I didn't remember to do that. I keep doing that to myself. So let's just do this, because I still need that to pump from there. Alright. Gimme snow, gimme wet, gimme snow, make it wet. Pumping through the jets, Benny in the jets, pumping snow, staying wet, we staying wet. I like it when I can listen to a loop and it does not bother me to hear it a second time, third time, fourth time, 15th time. That means I'm actually making something I'll enjoy, because I don't want to hear this loop stop. It's pretty awesome for me right now. I mean, I have to finish it and make something else appear out of thin air here, right? Somewhere coming out. So that's probably where you should just drop that as well. Actually, and probably retune this guy here to be even higher. One more time, taking you to 2 minutes and 30-second marker. So what we didn't get was another drum break right here, which is what we should do. We deserved a drum break right there. But you know what? Let's just hear it from the beginning. I'll be back. Okay. I almost want to take these low now. Like this should just be changed up. And let's see what this sounds like in a lower register coming into this part. Right now I'm just changing the moods. That's all I'm not really the mood, but the octave changes do change the mood. And I'm liking that. I'm liking that. As we just sort of go into the outro here, this isn't meant to be a long groove. Thank you for hanging out with me, though. You've been hanging out with DJ Dab, the Last Dragon. And that's our little safe and sound snow day session. Good vibes for everybody. Thanks for coming out. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I will be getting more detailed video here as well pretty soon, where I'll do some tutorial stuff. My tips and tricks to like little secrets I have discovered along the way and all that good stuff. So, you know, in all honesty, I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful one. Peace.